Hello, this is Bill Claudsey, and this is a Return to Ravnica draft. These are available as part of the flashbacks to old draft sets. And this is triple Return to Ravnica, so all of the packs will have Rakdos, Selesnya, Izzet, Golgari, and Azorius, the 5 guilds there. We open this guy, Cryptborn Horror. He's a little high variance, or a lot high variance. Now, yeah, we could try to be some Sphere of Safety deck. That might be interesting. I've never really done that. That could be really cool, actually, as a first pick. I know the Guild Gates and the Promenade are kind of more where you want to be, but yeah, I don't mind taking that. Okay, Civic Saber. I found this to be very good. It's good with Vassal Soul and things. And Security Blockade. Wow, this card is great. So, can't attack you for each enchantment you control. So it's very good with Security Blockade. Now, Tristani's Judgment is also a fine removal spell, but it's expensive, and it doesn't synergize as well with Sphere of Safety. It might not be quite as big of a signal. The reason I'm doing these flashback drafts, okay, this thing enchants a land and makes a little knight, so it's a lot of value for 3 mana, and it helps prevent some damage. So if they can only attack you with like 1 or 2 creatures, and preventing one of those from doing a little more damage is pretty good. Anyway, the reason I'm doing Return to Ravnica flashback is this block was kind of my level up experience where I learned how to draft. I started getting quote-unquote good and building mana bases and all that. So this block was a lot of fun. Was happy with this block. Aqua Steed. I don't think I played much of this card at all. It's pretty bad. For 4 mana, it doesn't really do much. But it's kind of the idea that our deck is I don't know, trying to do here. Ooh, Centaur Healer. I almost want to be Azorius with this deck. I mean, there's Cancel here. Cancel's fine. But it might just be like a Gatecreeper Vine, Selesnya type of deck. Tapped creatures you control have hexproof. Yeah, Best card here is probably this Healer. I think that's worth it. Like, the other card I'm really looking at here is Cancel. And if we're going to take a green card, it's probably going to be the Healer over the Vine. And Cancel might wheel... Ooh, Fencing Ace. That's a nice little one there. Okay, another Tristani's Judgment. This card doesn't look so good because it's 6 mana, but that's not too much in this format. And the effect is powerful. It's instant populate, so maybe this will work out for us in Selesnya if we get some tokens. Yeah, happy to pick that up here. The Key Rune. Yeah, I wonder if that's good too, but it's a little early for that over a fine removal spell here. We should have plenty of time to cast what we need to, given that we are playing Sphere of Safety and Security Blockade. Armory Guard. Yeah, the gates are really high picks. Dramatic Rescue. Interesting with something like Centaur Healer. Another Civic Saber. This card is impressive. And if we get some flyers, it could be very good. And maybe we don't have that many creatures, so yeah, I'm going to pick up the Civic Saber here. It's a bit weird, but there's not much else here that's that exciting. Rakdos Charm. All the charms are pretty good. This is probably the worst one, although it certainly has its place. Another Centaur Healer. And not much else. I mean, Foil Dispel is kind of cool. Inaction Injunction, not too bad, except it's sorcery, which is not the best, and Rootborn Defenses. But yeah, another Centaur Healer might be a good sign. that we're in the right deck here. Ooh, Soul Tithe. Well, not really a combo with Sphere of Safety, since they could always just sacrifice it. But that's okay, I guess. Azorius Keyrune, maybe we go Bant something or other. And it does have flying, and it turns into a white and blue creature, so we activate it for 2, equip the Saber, and we're attacking for 4. Plus it ramps us to Sphere of Safety and other stuff. I'm going to take that here. Fall of the Gavel. Nice. Alright, well, also a very late Selesnya Guildgate and a foil Avenging Arrow. Seeing as this has to hit something, it's not as good. I mean, it's still fine, but you don't want to load up on this. Fall of the Gavel, yeah. the Guildgate's got to be the pick there. And, wow, so maybe this is a draft where people don't know what they're doing so much. The Guildgates are super high picks, and the Promenade's high pick too. I'm going to take the Gate, though. It has some synergy with other stuff. We might be able to find some fetches for them and activate whatever creatures require gates. But yeah, Guildgate, much higher pick than Cancel here, I think. And a Civic Saber. A little removal spell here in the launch party. That's okay. I'm going to take another Saber because I'm not too excited by this 2-1. We're not really milling them. Well, and even if we are, we're probably not hitting them reliably. Cool, so here's a little Fog/Populate. It's close. First Strike and Lifelink with the Swift Justice. That might be good too, especially with some Civic Sabers running around. Yeah, I'm not as excited by the Cancel now. I thought we were going to be in Azorius, but it looks like we're more in Selesnya. Ooh, this is tough. Alright, I have to take Fencing Ace. I did some fencing in my time, and with 2 Civic Sabers, like, yeah, this guy looks more like an Epeist, but you can dabble in Saber. Look at that. Awesome. Alright, Selesnya Sentry, fine. We're still getting past the good stuff, and Urban Burgeoning. One of the cards that, you know, you never play in your deck. Ooh, Volatile Rig. I remember this thing being fun. But it's actually kind of a control card, because if you just want to wipe the board, you just attack with this every turn. Oh, at each player? I don't know. It's a really weird one, but the power level is there. Heroes Reunion. Cool card. Pretty bad. Aerial Predation. This is they brought back this design: kill artifact or enchantment and gain 2 life for 3 mana. Very similar looking card. The best card in the pack is this Hellhole Flailer. We are so far from being in these colors, though, so we'll just have to let someone else have the fun. Seller of Songbirds, kind of interesting because we get a flyer out of it, and that flyer... What about that flyer? That flyer... That flyer can hold a Civic Saber, and we can populate it. Maybe we take the Rubbleback Rhino, though. Kind of a 4/4 hexproof with Swift Justice. Yeah, I'll take that. That was tough. I don't know. I don't know about that pack. It wasn't a great pack. And I don't love the Rhino, but nothing else there was so exciting. If we were heavier on Populate, this might not have been the pick there, but whatever. Rakdos Ragemut, very good. An unassuming 3/3 for 5, but the the other text on the card makes it very solid. Overgrown Tomb. I might just take this. I was considering Selesnya Guild Gates, and the gates are probably just better than the dual lands, but if you're joining these flashback drafts, why the only cards worth anything in these sets are the shock lands anyway. I don't know what they're worth, probably not too much. Maybe the foil ones would be good. But yeah, maybe we could splash black, so I'm not above taking the Overgrown Tomb. And a 3rd Centaur Healer. Is that good? It's probably not better than Skymark Rock. And this is it's a 2-color flyer. We've got fixing for it. And that means Civic Saber is going to be good. And yeah, not much more to say about that. Foil Electricity for your Legacy sideboard. God, I hate this card. I play Enchantress, and it kills all of your Argothian Enchantresses for 2 mana. At instant speed, even though they are Shroud, so most things just don't deal with them. This card's great though. Return, it's like a little bounce for something small. Very annoying for someone to play against most of the time. Azorius Charm, also very annoying for anyone to play against. Definitely the pick here. Lifelink, not terrible, especially with like Fencing Ace with a couple of sabers. Yeah, I'll take that. Azorius Guildgate is also here, but in this pod it'll probably wheel. And Selesnya Keyrune. That would be our second one? No, first one. Another Swift Justice, a Savage Surge, Doorkeeper. But we're a little more aggressive. I think we'll actually be attacking our opponents. So I'm going to take the Keyrune. You definitely don't want too many Keyrunes, but the first few are fine. Armory Guard. Is it finally time to take this guy? I guess so. Vigilance. He does attack. And putting a Saber on him, he's attacking as like a 3/5 Vigilance. That is strong for 4 mana. And we got Runewing, Paralyzing Grasp, and Transguild Promenade. Normally I'd say the Promenade is far and away the best. That probably just is. Yeah, it probably just is what we want. The Paralyzing Grasp works well with Sphere of Safety, but it's just not that good of a card. Again, it'd be better if we were Azorius and more or less aggressive, but we're pretty aggressive. Nivix Guildmage, but not for us. Yeah, people definitely undervalue the fixing in this format. Green Centaur tokens. It's too bad they're not green and white because our sabers work really well with that. But it's probably still okay. Giant Growth is also cool, but we don't need more tricks. We just need more creatures, I think. We could play the Crocodile and splash the regen or the lifelink off of Overgrown Tomb, but I'm going to take the Courser's Accord. Looking out that we're passing a Trader's Instinct to steal our creature. Armory Guard number 2, okay. Or Aerial Predation for the sideboard. Now, we don't have good ways of dealing with flyers. I'm going to take the Predation, actually. Now that you mention it. Dispel and Rootborn Defenses. And then a couple very aggressive cards in Rakdos. I'm not going to worry about cutting those. Just take the defenses here. Arrow and the Foil Electricity. Well, yeah, still not excited about the Arrow. Just go for the Electricity for whatever reason we might want that. It is foil after all. Okay, Chronic Flooding. That's so bad. They don't have to tap it, and yeah, it costs 2 mana to put something on there. Whatever. Kamister's Trick could be good if we try to get in there with some Double Strike. So we'll cut that. We have another pack here, and we're doing pretty well for playables. We've got about 17 and some good fixing for Bant. Ooh. Hey, Niv Mizzet Draco Genius. Well, how often do you get to play with that guy? Not super often. Is there anything we'd rather have? I mean, the Arrester's very good. The Gatecreeper Vine is good. Is it even possible to play this guy? Let's see, we're not that blue, we're not that green. I think I'll just take it here because it'd be very hard to beat. This is single elimination, it's not league, so it is possible we'd play against it. There's nothing insane for us here. And there might be a chance we could play it. I mean, we do have one Promenade. Whatever. There he is. Don't judge. Call of the Conclave versus Arrest. Probably Arrest here. Slaughter Games. One of those cards that takes all of a specific card out of your opponent's graveyard, library, hand, all that. Codex Shredder, the modern all-star. But Arrest is just great here. Call of the Conclave is also insane, but Arrest is removal. Very good removal, and it works with Sphere of Safety and that kind of stuff. So pretty happy to get that. Okay, Courses Accord again. Ethereal Armor, but, well, maybe that is good here. It does set us up for a 2-for-1, but it also makes our Centaur healers into unstoppable monsters. We have 7 creatures. All right, never mind. We're going to start picking creatures. Paralyzing Grasp, another one. We could take Keening Apparition. It's good against us. Or Drudge Beetle. Normally, Drudge Beetle is kind of better. It probably doesn't wheel, whereas the Keening Apparition might. Well, yeah, I'll take the Drudge Beetle. The Keening Apparition is maybe good against us. Gotta get some 2-drops in here. Yeah, slightly the key runes count as creatures, but not a full creature. And the Security Blockade also kind of counts as a creature. So it looks like we only have 8, but we're kind of doing better than that. Niv Mizzet. It's too bad this wasn't Trostani. Ooh, Supreme Verdict. Wow, okay. This makes up for taking Niv Mizzet. We actually get a... Just pretend this was our rare. I think we'll take that. It is a shame to be passing Knightly Valor and even Centaur's Herald. I like that card. But can't... Yeah, I mean... This card's great. It's in our colors. Whoa, Growing Ranks. We don't have that many tokens, unfortunately. Probably my fault, but Security Blockade is also very good. And that is a token itself. I'll let someone else do the Growing Ranks thing. And if it wheels and we do have a bunch of tokens, maybe we'll pick it up. So I'm not exactly sure what this deck is. It's a prison deck that wins with key runes by attaching Civic Sabers to them. Because the Verdict won't kill the key runes, I guess. We'll go with that. Oh, check it out. Combo, Rootborn Defenses and Supreme Verdict. For 7 mana, you get to Plague Wind your opponent. All your creatures get indestructible and destroy all creatures. Yeah, Civic Sabers, we'll see how good that is. With any amount of flying, it is going to be very good. Epic Experiment. Do we take that just to have it? Rogue's Passage is also good. Trained Caracal is good. Blister Coil Weird is blue, but it counts as 2 colors for Civic Saber. And I don't know, we have some spells, I guess. So all of these are considerations. We could lifelink up our Caracal. We could take this because it's sweet. Rogue's Passage is not necessarily going to be insane in this deck, but it's always kind of good. Epic Experiment. It's not like it's worth anything. I'm just going to take that. Enchantment. The Search the City. It's unplayable, but if you need a 5-mana enchantment for Sphere of Safety, it could get better. Hussar Patrol is good, but Trostani's Judgment has got to be the pick here. Exile anything, no questions asked. Sunspire Griffin. Another Soul Tithe that we don't need. But actually, we're looking controlling enough that Inspiration might be the pick here. Just say go, and then draw a couple cards. 26, yeah, we're looking for more cards. I'll take Inspiration here over the Griffin, and the Griffin is good, it's fine, but this deck wants to draw cards. Ooh, is it Guildgate? Can we play 4 colors and try to get there? Niv Mizzet. We do have Transguild Promenade. The correct pick here might be Eyes in the Skies. God, that's so weird. It feels like you're not saying it right when you say that. But anyway, that might be the correct pick, especially with our Sabres. I'm going to take the Guildgate, though. And the Pegasus, yeah. 1-3 for 2. Holds a Saber really well. Doorkeeper is back. That's the kind of card that could be good against us. And if we need some early blockers, it definitely fits the bill. Ethereal Armor has the same upside as it did before, and kind of the same downside. Ah, shoot, I don't know. It's a tough pick. I'll take the Ethereal Armor. It's more likely that we want to play that. And it cancels back. I don't love the Sanctuary, so I'll just counter someone else when they try to play it. Grizzly Salvage is good. I'll take that away. I don't think Epic Experiment is going to be it. It's all about instants and sorceries. We don't have many of those. And it's unlikely we hit the Tristani's Judgment, because we'd have to pay 9 for this. Or 6, or 8. Can't count. But we might want to play Niv Mizzet. Okay, those are our cards. Thanks. I wanted to see those right away. Cremate, yeah, we're definitely not black here. Definitely not playing that. So let's see what we're dealing with here. 26 cards. The other reason to play Niv Mizzet is it'll become a 7/5 flyer with a Civic Saber. And that's pretty cool. And we'll have time to find it. So it's not as bad to have terrible mana, which we do, if the game goes very long, which it will. Cancel. Maybe we can take out cancel. Courses Accord. Maybe that's what we don't need here. I think we'll be okay without Courses Accord. Like, just adding 2 3/3s to the ground, it won't make the difference between us winning and losing. Either it's a board stall, and it's still a board stall, or we're attacking for some damage anyway, and now we're attacking for more. I guess if it's not a board stall, it can help us come back from behind, but it's not great while we're ahead, and it's not, I don't know, it's late enough that if we're behind, it might not be fast enough. So I really just want to play this Niv Mizzet. That's what I'm getting at here. Swift Justice. You know, I think I'll get rid of that. It could be good, but we have other ways to gain life, and maybe it is good though. You know, I do like gaining lots of life. Regenerate for 1,000,000 mana. The Sentry, that might be one of the worst cards that we have left. So how many enchantments do we have? Enough to feel pretty happy about this. Some Judgments. It's kind of cool if they pay to attack with a creature, and then you exile it. Supreme Verdict to come back from behind. Drudge Beetle is good with the Supreme Verdict. I'm not going to worry about Rootborn Defenses. It could be cool to have a bounce spell, but yeah, okay. Do we want Swift Justice? Maybe, I mean, the only reason I really want this is the lifelink, and the first strike is kind of cool. But, and this is a good card, but I'm not sure we have enough creatures going on to make it really good. So we probably just need another creature. Definitely on the fence about that. It's just like, is the game going to play out such that this makes the difference? And I don't know. Maybe having a creature is just better there. Niv Mizzet, I can't believe we're splashing that guy. Whatever, we're doing it. He's in the deck. He's going to be one of our win conditions. 15 white. 5 blue. 4 green, and 1 red. So what kind of mana do we need when we have 2 white and a blue to begin with? So 15, 5, 4, 2. Maybe just 2 mountains, and maybe just 1. We don't need double blue. Well, I guess we do kind of need double blue. Well, let's see about this. If we can get up to 4 red sources and 4 blue sources, which I think is pretty easy in this deck, then we should be happy for Niv Mizzet. Draco Genius. We have plenty of blue, it looks like. 14. Yeah, I mean, you can see why this set will get you good at mana balance. 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, sort of 11 sources for white cards. That's probably enough. We have 2 more lands to add. And our green cards, we don't have that many, and they're all single green. 5, that's probably enough there. Blue, yeah, the mana actually looks good. 6 blue sources. But I want to add 1 more green. And maybe another red. I'm not sure about the other red. Like, with the 4 sources, we should be able to get that in the top half of the deck some of the time. And we won't always have this guy in the top half of the deck. I think that's a reasonable little hedge there. And we should have a lot of blue. But I guess Transguild Promenade doesn't count for both at all times. All right, 5, 6, and 1 more. Is it worth it to get another white source? Drudge Beetle. Yeah, it's funny we just don't have that much green. 6 sources should be enough. I can see putting another island in. What does that do? It makes some stuff better. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, the mana seems alright here. Seven. It's hard to make a strict rule for doing this. Part of it is sort of by feel after a while. But, you know, count the sources, make sure you can cast things on time, and you should be able to get there. Swift Justice is the card I'm most sad about leaving out here, but without as many creatures, I'd rather rely on these Civic Sabers to be renewable, reliable threats. And Cancel is something we'll have to note. We can bring in Survey the Wreckage. Well, maybe they have a good land. Could leave that up here in the sideboard. So yeah, that's all pretty good. And what is this? This is a Selesnya Izzet deck. Selesnya and Izzet factions, or whatever they're called, combine forces to take on a single elimination draft. So I'll see you in the matches.